We are surrounded by plastic. I mean, it's everywhere. And we all know it's a massive problem. But what if the solution was not just about using less packaging, but about a whole new kind of packaging? One you could actually eat? So, today let's go into a really fascinating question. Can edible packaging really replace the single use plastic? We are so hooked on. To understand why this matters, you have to understand the scale of the problem. Every year, we throw away a mountain of plastic waste. We are generating 300 million tons of plastic waste annually across the globe, and so much of it's from stuff we use for a few minutes and just toss away. But what if we could completely rethink the idea of waste itself? What if the vapor on the burger was actually trash at all? Let's explore an idea of honesty sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but it's really here. So, first, let's really get a clear picture of the problem we are facing. This is a global issue with some really serious consequences. We are talking nearly 8 million tons of plastic waste just pouring into our oceans with single year. That leads to harming marine life and ecosystem. And landfills are full with single-use plastic. These materials takes hundreds of years to decompose, contributing to pollution and environmental degradation. And this quote really just hit the nail of the head. It says simply, our dependence on single-use plastic cannot continue forever. I mean, it's dead end. The way we are doing things right now is completely unsustainable. We just need a new way forward. Completely rethink the idea of waste itself. What if the vapor on burger was not actually trash at all? This brings us to edible packaging. Packaging made from natural and safe ingredients. You can eat it or harmless. What is edible packaging made of? We are not talking about complicated chemicals. The building blocks are all around us, including seaweed, rice paper, starch, proteins like milk and grains. Now, this is not just some fancy stuck in lab. Let's move from the idea to the reality and see where this edible packaging is already showing up in the real world. Okay, water pots. Marathon runners can consume edible water pots made from seaweed, eliminating the need of plastic cups. Or, how about this is your morning coffee? A cup that basically a super crispy, leak proof water. You drink your coffee and then you get a little snack by eating the cup. And it does not stop with cups. Now we are seeing spoons and straws made from grains. They are totally strong enough to get you through your soup. Then you can just crunch them up as a snack afterward. And this one, this could be a real game changer. It is clear, flexible film made from seaweed that is direct replacement for plastic wrap. You can wrap your sandwich in it. Okay, we have got to be real here. The road to replacing plastic is not exactly straight line. So now let's get into the not so sweet reality and look at the actual practical challenges. You know, nothing is perfect. The pros are huge. Obviously, it's biodegradable. It cuts down the plastic pollution. And let's be honest, it is pretty cool experience for people. But cons are not real too. These materials can be sensitive to moisture and heat, which you know affects shelf life. And then there is a big one, the biggest hurdle really cost. We have spent decades making plastic production so massive and so efficient that it is just incredibly cheap right now. So, with all those challenges, what is the path forward? Let's take a look at what has to happen next. First, we got to remember why this is so important in the first place. When you look at the environmental footprint, it's not even close. The carbon footprint for making and getting rid of plastic is just massive. Edible packaging, on the other hand, comes from natural stuff that takes way less energy to produce. It is a huge win for the environment. So, the roadmap really has three big steps. First, companies have to keep innovating, making these materials stronger and cheaper. Second, governments can play a huge part here with policies that actually support sustainable options. And third, it comes down to all of us, the consumers. We have to open to these new ideas. This quote really puts everything in perspective. The future may not be fully edible, but every step toward reducing plastic brings us closer to healthier planet. So, is every single piece of packaging going to be something we can eat one day? And that kind of leaves us to final thought. Technology can give us the tools and companies can make the products, but real change that comes from our choice we all make every single day. So the question is not just we can do this, we are willing to do this. The choice is really ours.